All things considered, the score could have been higher on the part of the Yankees when you think that they had 13 hits and left 15 runners on tonight, because they were the recipient of 9 bases on balls, and 3 times in the ball game they finished an inning leaving the bases loaded, as Barry Zito was followed to the mound by Yabu for 3 innings, Rincon for 1 batter, with Tasic for an inning, Calero for a batter, and then Houston Street for the 9th inning of the ball game. The Yankees' approach to Zito tonight was interesting. They were aggressive early in the count in some cases. In others, in typical Yankee fashion, they worked the count and made him throw a lot of pitches, and when he left, he had thrown 95 pitches for 3 1/3 innings. The aggressive mode was very evident at the start when Derek Jeter was ready for the first pitch of the night. Pitch on the way. Swing and a high fly ball. Center field. Payton going back. Deep to right center. Still going back. He's at the wall. Gone! Leadoff home run. First pitch of the game. Derek Jeter at the 388 mark in right center field. 1-0 Yankees. After Zito got the next 2 outs, he gave up an A-Rod single and a walk to Jason Giambi before needing a nice defensive play to help get out of the inning on Sierra's at-bat. Sierra hits it sharply. Great pick at third, deep by Chavez. Throw to first for the out. Boy, that had double all over it. And Chavez spared that sizzling drive and gunned down Sierra to strand 2 after Jeter's homer starts the game. And the Yankees have 1 with the A's coming up. First pitch swinging proved to be a factor in the second inning after Zito got 2 quick outs. It was the former Red Sox and one-time Athletic Mark Bellhorn. Hits one in the air to left center field. That's pretty well hit. Very well hit. Gone. Mark Bellhorn jumps on a first pitch for a home run to left center field. And it's 2-0 Yankees here in the second inning. The one-time Athletic in his first week as a New York Yankee.
And the guy who takes more pitches probably than anybody else in baseball, and got a first pitch fastball and swung at it.
Scott Hatterberg has hit the Yankees well all season long, including the first 2 games of this series, and he didn't let up in his leadoff at bat in the second inning. There's a drive by Hatterberg, right center field deep. That has a chance. Stops at wall. Bouncing back, and Hatterberg goes into second base. For an instant, Sheffield reached up, but I thought he had it, but he didn't touch it. It hit the wall right behind him. And Hatterberg has a double, continuing to hammer Yankee pitching. So Jay Payton was ready to take advantage of the opportunity. He does a base hit up the middle, into center, rounding third Hatterberg. He'll slow without a throw, and the A's are on the board. 2-1 here in the second inning. Yankees lead. Payton didn't hit it real hard, hit it crisply, but wasn't overpowered, and that worked very well because it made the possibility of a throw from center field nil. The ball just sort of rolled slowly into center after it got past the infield. Might add that Hatterberg, with that leadoff double and a single later, wound up the series with 7 for 13, and for the year, 14 hits and 35 at-bats against the Yankees. The inning didn't follow suit, however, with Dan Johnson being pitched with a lot of off-speed and breaking stuff. He struck out swinging into a strike-him-out, throw-him-out double play for the 2 outs in the inning, and although Swisher reached on an error, Kelty struck out, and the A's were 1 shy of being even, but that didn't last very long because in the third inning, Zito got into more trouble. After 1 out, he walked Sheffield on a close pitch, 3-2. A-Rod singled Sheffield to third, and Jason Giambi was the next hitter.
And it's ripped on the right field line. That's trouble. That's a base hit. Swisher cuts it off on the track. Scoring is Sheffield. Rodriguez goes to third on a single down the right field line by Jason Giambi. And now it's 3-1 New York.
And after getting the second out of the inning, Zito had a chance to limit the damage to 1 run, but Jorge Posada had other ideas.
Posada is hit to left field for a base hit. And trotting home from third is Rodriguez. Going to second is Giambi. Soft line drive single to left by Posada. And now the Yankees have taken a 4-1 lead.
By the time the inning ended, Zito in 3 innings had thrown 78 pitches because he walked Bernie Williams before striking out Bellhorn to end the inning, which had sent 8 Yankee hitters to the plate. So the Yankees at 4-1, found Chacon just fine and dandy at this point. Chacon went through the A's in the third and the fourth, a runner in each inning, but nothing developing from it. And then Zito in the fourth inning ran into more trouble. Jeter, in his third at bat of the night, once again swinging first pitch, double to center field, and Matsui followed up.
Matsui drives one to right center up the alley, and a pitch that was up, and that's going to get through and go to the wall. Jeter trotting home from third. Matsui turning around second. He's going to third. He's going to make it there with a triple. 5-1 Yankees on a triple to right center by Matsui.
Barry Sheffield followed. He came into the at-bat in this inning 0 for 8 in the series.
The 1-2 pitch on the way, and Sheffield hits a soft drive into right. That's going to sink for a base hit. Scoring is Matsui. Sheffield goes the other way, and now it's 6-1. Little looper to right. Third straight hit in this inning.
Before the inning was over, the Yankees loaded the bases again with an error and a hit batsman before Keiichi Yabu came in to get Sierra and Posada for the final 2 outs of the inning. By this time, once again, the A's found themselves in deep trouble, this time to the tune of 6-1. They got one of them back in the 5th inning with Marco Scudero up and behind in the count, 2 strikes with 2 out. That one is lined to left field, going deep down the line and into the streets. Home run. Marco Scudero, a low line drive homer, about 20 feet fair in left field. His 6th of the year, and it's now a 6-2 Yankee lead. For the only time against Chacon, the A's got 2 runners on at the same time in the 6th on a walk and a single, but Payton tapped to the mound, and Dan Johnson grounded out to second base, and again, nothing evolved from that threat. Chacon left after 6 2/3 when he walked Scudero with 2 out in the 7th. Tom Gordon came on to get the final out of that 7th inning. Meantime, Yabu worked 3 scoreless innings for the A's, although he left in the 7th with a bases-loaded situation. A couple of singles and a 2-out walk brought Rincon in. He struck out Matsui in a 1-batter assignment, and then Jay Witasic got the final out of the inning on a force-out. But Witasic lost the strike zone in the 8th. After a single by A-Rod and a steal of second base, he struck out both Giambi and Sierra, but walked 3 consecutive batters, Posada, Williams, and Bellhorn, the latter forcing in a run before Calero came in to get the final out of the inning. The Athletics added a tally tonight in the 8th, singles by Ellis and Chavez, an infield out off the bat of Hatterberg that almost got through to right field, stopped by Bellhorn in a good play, allowed the run to score, but that was it. And the Yankees won it tonight by a score of 7-3, and the A's have to start playing catch-up beginning when Seattle comes tomorrow. The A's a game out of the wild card, a game out of the division, and, of course, that, I beg your pardon? Oh, okay, I thought you had something for me to, oh, okay. I'm sorry for the interruption, and the flow just went down the tubes. I have no idea what I was going to say next, except that tomorrow at 1:05, it'll be Blanton against Felix Hernandez, and Ken will have the scoreboard report.